with him. He's got a hell of a file.
Right now, it's better you don't know, Alice.
What? Are you protecting me?
I promised your father that I would.
I'm a cop, not a little girl.
Alice, I don't have much time. I'll let you know how it goes. Thanks. Tomorrow's going to be a long, long day. "31 Wicker Avenue. This is it."
You sure?
I'm sure.
At last. That stench of stale grease about you reminds me too much of my old job.
You worked as a waiter?
I was a chef. And not in any old kitchen. At the maximum security penitentiary on Gore Island. Can't think of a better way to do time. And how do you think I met Alphonse? Playing golf?
Alphonse?
On the subject of cooking, I know your blueberry pie had an extra something. I still don't know what.
Alphonse?
So what now? You got a plan?
Take a look around, in case there's a rear exit. I'll take the main door.
My pleasure.
Approach Baccaneri's Boccarini's house. I guess that's how you say that.
The fact that a criminal like him can hang up his shingle in broad daylight says a lot about Santa Esperanza. Someone took out sections of the fence. Odd. Interesting taste. Been centuries since a gardener visited this house. Maybe Boccarini's business isn't going too well. Boccarini? Carlo Boccarini?
Nothing of interest out back. Sorry. You better come see this, Mr. Ness.
What is it?
I don't know how to describe it. Is that our man?
Boccarini.
My God.
We have to find out who did this, and why. Let's go.
You're the detective, Mr. Ness. Besides, Alphonse will want to see this. I'll be right back.
All right. I have to establish how Boccarini died. Maybe the body parts can shed some light on the motive.
Solve the Murders Investigation Board. Well,
Holy Christ, what the hell are we up against? His eyes were pulled clean out of their sockets. Whoever did this, it wasn't their first time. And if they committed any other murders like this, it's likely that the police found some of the bodies. I must remember to ask Alice. His teeth were all pulled out before he was killed. The buildup of blood inside his mouth speaks for itself. This isn't a cut, it's a tear. His hands were ripped off. Who has that kind of strength?
Okay. How do we get up to that?
Pity he won't last till Christmas, because he'd almost pass for a tree. There's no doubt the murderer took his time.
Okay. So basically it's a combination of moving the mouse along with the keyboard. Okay. Let's see here.
What's he got stuck in there? Looks like the bottom of a glass.
Wow.
It's Boccherini, no doubt about that. Although the one I remember was more together.
No clue. Can we go in this room?
The blood comes from the other side of the corridor and ends next to the body. He was attacked in the other room and dragged to the hall.
Okay. Wow. That's really macabre.
The evidence suggests that the events began in the lounge. How did Boccherini encounter his murderer? Whatever crushed the table must have been really heavy, or maybe it was thrown extremely hard. A perfectly circular dint, as if someone had tried to hammer in a gigantic bolt, around 4 inches in diameter.
Wow. That's, a lot of strength. Who was ever trying to do that? Gee whiz. Let's see. Can I move the... Okay, there we go.
Blood ran like water.
No clue.
Fingernails scratched the wood. Blood. Blood everywhere. Did it break during the struggle, or was it already broken? What kind of person takes off a wristwatch without unfastening it? Or fastens the strap again after taking it off?
Well, they did say the guy's hands were ripped off, so... maybe it just fell to the floor when his hands got ripped off.
This was opened recently. Smells of whiskey. Glass on the floor indicates the window was broken from outside.
Okay.
There's something under there. How'd it wind up under there? Not one round fired. It must have happened fast.
Let's see, tab.
Maybe the body parts can shed some light on the motive. Maybe the body parts can shed some light on the motive.
Okay.
Boccarini's teeth were all pulled out. The murderer tore Boccarini's hands off. Hands ripped off, teeth torn out. I guess I'll have to rule out criminal intent or a personal angle. Boccarini's eyes still haven't shown up. What if I look for whatever was used to remove them? Boccarini's eyes still haven't shown up. What if I look for whatever was used to remove them? What looks like the bottom of a broken glass buried in Boccarini's back. The trail of blood from the dining room to the hall. Two pools of blood, one on either side of the dining room table. A broken table, scratched and covered in blood. A blood-stained wristwatch with the glass broken and the strap fastened.
Okay, let's see, what about...
What looks like the bottom of a broken glass buried in Boccarini's back.
Alright.
A broken whiskey glass found in the dining room.
Salt. Okay, let's back up. Alright. Baked beans.
What is it with Italians and olives? They lap those things up like caviar.
It's okay.
Like a true bachelor, he should have put these into soak. Hours of scraping to get them clean. Although at this stage, I don't think Boccarini's too worried about that. 4 glasses. 2 of water, 2 of wine.
Alright.
I've always been a whiskey man, but I know a good wine when I see one.